Welcome into another special Thursday edition of Football Frenzy. I'm AJ Feldman. He's Carl Jones.
That's right, and since y'all can't stop yelling at the refs, Section 5 has had to move some games off of Friday nights this year once again, which gave us a great slate of Thursday games.
That's right, just about all the Class A teams playing tonight. However, we start in Class AA. The defending four-time champs from McQuaid facing a tough Fairport squad. Red Raiders have some dudes this year, and they showed out early in front of the McQuaid mascot. Second quarter, Fairport up 3-0. Jason Rucker to Sam Pucci, the fantastic catch. Red Raiders take a 10-0 lead. Later in the second, Rucker unloads deep to James Polygon right in the breadbasket. Leads to a field goal. It's a 13-0 Fairport game. However, the Knights battle back. Will DeMarco dumps it off to Johnny Harding. He goes to work. One of two on the day. McQuaid fighting back. Now the last play in the first half. Trying for the lead, DeMarco unloads to Brenton Palladino. Gets by the defense, 52 for the score. This one close right down to the wire, but McQuaid gets the victory, 35-28.
Thomas inviting Penfield to town, and the Titan student section were lit, and boy, they had a right to be. Late in the third quarter, Adam Schembri calls his own number and walks into the pay dirt for 6. That made it 21-14 Penfield. Ensuing possession, Levi Kulik rolling out and tells his boy Sean Marlin to go play fetch. The junior somehow comes down with it, gets pushed out at the 15. Thomas will score a few plays later. Now it's 21-20. So we jump to late in the fourth. Thomas driving for the go-ahead score. Kulik to Joseph. Baller! That tutty puts Thomas up 26-21. So Thomas gets the ball back, driving all the way to the red zone, needing a prayer for the win, but my boy Marlon got other ideas. Thomas, they get the come from behind win, 26-21.
Over in Victor, the Blue Devil pep band blasting some tunes as they take on Schrader. Second quarter, Blue Devils down 7-6. Fourth down, Jacob Laughlin back the other way to Noah Ruffalo. Race to the pylon. Victor takes the lead 12-7. However, the Warriors answer on the next drive. Andrew Hilfiger over to Justin Meyer. They call him the pinball wizard. Bouncing off defenders, 53 yards for the score. Warriors lead 14-12 at the half. In the third, Blue Devils trying to get back on top. The give to Draveris Yamas. Fights his way through the first line of the defense, then fights through the entire defense, carrying them on their back to the goal line, sets up the go-ahead field goal. Blue Devils up by 1. Last chance for the Warriors. Less than a minute to play. Needing a prayer on fourth down, the Blue Devils defense comes up with the stop. Victor stays undefeated on the season, 15-14, your final score.
Let's take the trip out to Greece, where Arcadia played host to Canandaigua, 7-0 in the third. Canandaigua looking to add some more. But Deshaun McClellan says, not so fast, my friend. Keeps the points off the board with the pick. Then later in the frame, Canandaigua gets the ball back. Is that Samuel Clark or Josh Allen going, whoop? Airborne right there. However, Arcadia got a red zone stop to keep it 7-0. So we go to crunch time in the fourth. Arcadia driving. Deshaun Caesar hits Michael Whitfield. That makes it 7-6. So the Titans just need an extra point to tie it up. Oh, but the snap went high and, well, fell apart from there. Canandaigua, they held on for the win, 7-6.
In Aquinas, another low-scoring battle. Lil Irish hosting Pittsford. 0-0 in the third. Aquinas looking to sneak their way in for 6. The Panther defense comes up with the stop. This one stays 0-0. Stays that way all the way until 4 minutes to go in the game. Panthers driving. The end around to Deshaun Preston, the freshman wideout. In for 6 from 18 yards out. Panthers lead 6-0. Last chance for Little Irish. Trying to get something going, but the Panthers defense keeps the bagel on the board. That's a team sack if I've ever seen one. Panthers get the dub. 6-0, your final score.
Low-scoring games tonight. Back out to Greece. Athena up against Gates Childline. My kicks of the night goes to Jonathan Vance. Classic black and white Jordan 1s, and his fly cleats matches his fly game. Vance up top to Jeremy Tantalo, who comes down with the one-hand snag. Nah, run that back. My boy got Elmer's glue on them gloves or something. Gates will score a few plays later to make it 7-0. Then a minute left in the first half. Anthony Vasquez gets the pill, and the junior is going to find nothing but green grass. Gates Childline gets back on track with the dub, 34-0.
Over at East, the 2-0 Eagles hosting Spencerport. Second quarter, East already up 3 scores. Zymir Jackson doesn't like what he sees down the field, but he likes what he sees in front of us. He sees the end zone, he sees my camera, 36 yards to the house. Eagles up 26-0. Later in the frame, Rangers trying to get something going. Jaylene Quick. You know, there's like 50 guys around him, but somehow he gets out of that. I don't know how. Big gain, 36 yards, Spencerport moving. However, the East defense, tough all night long. Jeremiah Tucker makes the stop on 4th down. East rolling in this one, 53-6, your final score.
Finishing the night off in Irondequoit, East Ridge taking on Brighton. We begin in the second half. Brighton looking to punch it in, but East Ridge puts a hat on the ball, squirts out, and Ian Schneeberger falls on it. Man, Teach tape hit right there. Then later in the third, Wesley Stirrup takes the handoff, and yeah, you already know where he's headed. His second score of the day, Brighton, they get the win on the road, 43-6.
Coming up after the break, how concerned is Ken Dorsey after Josh Allen's 4-turnover performance? Plus, a few more Section 5 scores right after the break.
Coming up next week on Football Frenzy, we're back on Friday, and we've got some great games on deck for you.
That is right, a Class A championship game rematch with East and Canandaigua, the battle for Webster. Plus, UPrep tries to stay undefeated as they take on Pittsford.
But that will do it for us tonight. Tomorrow, Fear Night, there's still some Friday Night Lights, a Class B rivalry matchup, Batavia and HFL. Hilton looking to take on Rush Henrietta.
And that'll do it for us tonight. We will see you next week or tomorrow night. But until then, he's Carl Jones. I'm AJ Feldman. Happy Rosh Hashanah. Have a great rest of your night.